You may be seated. If anyone objects to you to this couple, speak now or hold your peace. Before we begin, Jonathan and Dillis would like to pause for a moment to remember those who can't be present here today and those who are no longer with us, especially Danellis' grandfather, Louis Rafael Montezuma, and those who are not able to be present here today, especially Yanni Rosales and Carmen Gomez. We gather as a community, family, and friends, and feel ripples of excitement and tremors of joy as we celebrate the marriage of Jonathan and Danellis. God has created a world of harmony. Soaring birds, towering trees, brisk wind, animals of all kinds, each unique, each in relationship and harmony with the others. God's first gift was breathing life into humans and turning us toward each other to live in equality and unity. Jonathan and Danellis have come here to affirm their love for each other and enter into this sacred union. Today, Jonathan and Danellis, you come together bringing all of you to this marriage. All of your wonderful parts, all your hurts and pains. You especially bring today all of your hopes and dreams for this marriage. You both have tremendous faith in each other as you trust your future to the other's care. You have excellent reasons for believing you belong together, but you have no guarantees. Instead, you stand together about to accept on faith the challenge of creating the future together. Jonathan and Danellis, have you come here freely without reservation to join together lawfully in marriage? If so, say, I have. I have. Before God and family and friends, ask you to affirm your vows to each other as you enter into this covenant of marriage. You begin to share all the joys of this new relationship, whatever the future may hold. Jonathan, repeat after me. I, Jonathan.
I, Jonathan.
Take you, Danellis.
Take you, Danellis.
To be my wedded wife.
To be my wedded wife.
To have and to hold.
To have and hold.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse.
For richer or for poorer.
For richer or for poorer.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
So long as we both shall live.
It's long. We both shall live.
Danellis, repeat after me. I, Danellis.
I, Danellis.
Take you, Jonathan.
Take you, Jonathan.
To be my wedded husband.
To be my wedded husband.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse.
For richer or for poorer.
For richer or for poorer.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
So long as we both shall live.
As long as we both shall live.
This time we're going to sign the marriage license. May I have the rings? These rings are an outward and visible sign of invisible truth which binds two hearts in one. As such, they are the symbols of the enduring and unending quality of the love which is now expressed between Jonathan and Danellis. Jonathan, repeat after me. Danellis,
Danellis,
this ring I give you
this ring I give you
is my personal gift,
is my personal gift,
my personal promise,
my personal promise,
of love, trust, and pride,
of love, trust, and pride.
that you are my wife.
You are my wife.
Ellis, repeat after me. Jonathan,
Jonathan,
this ring I give you
this ring I give you
is my personal gift,
as my personal gift,
my personal promise
my personal promise
of love, trust, and pride,
of love, trust, and pride,
that you are my husband.
that you're my husband.
These are the hands of your best friend, young and strong and full of love for you, that are holding yours on your wedding day, as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that work alongside yours, as together you build your future. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you through the years, and with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. These are the hands that will hold you when fear of grief fills your mind. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow, tears of joy. These are the hands that will tenderly hold your children. These are the hands that will help you hold your family as one. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need it. And lastly, these are the hands that, even when wrinkled and aged, will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. A part of the Christian heritage is the taking of the bread and cup, as Christ did at the Last Supper, coming to the table of God and sharing the very spiritually significant experience of communion. Jonathan and Danellis have chosen to take communion after they say their vows to acknowledge the place that their Christianity plays in the relationship and the role that faith will play in helping them to be faithful to the vows they've recited. As the Bible tells us, Christ gathered his disciples the evening before his taking to the cross and shared a meal. This meal is different than the others before it, in that Christ asked that they make special note of the occasion. Christ, knowing of his fate, wanted to ensure that each disciple understood that his presence was not fleeting, that Christ was to remain with them always in their hearts, souls, and mind, so that they would not forget the unity of the Spirit. He asked that they take the bread and cup together in the spirit of one. Even as you eat this bread, do so remembering me. And they ate the bread. Christ said, even as you drink this cup, do so remembering me. And they all took the cup. The taking of a meal together, especially when remembering the life and sacrifice of Christ, ensures that we do not forget that we are all one body, one blood, one spirit, and that the breaking of bread and sharing of a cup is more than nourishment or the quenching of thirst, but the sharing of ourselves. 1 Corinthians 13:4-8 says, love is patient, love is kind, love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. Please join me for a prayer blessing over their marriage. God in heaven, you ordained marriage for your children, and you gave us love. We present to you Jonathan and Danellis, who come here this day to be married. May the covenant of love they may be blessed with true devotion and spiritual commitment. We thank you for giving them strength and courage to keep their vows. Thank you for helping them to create for their family a peaceful, stable home of love as a foundation on which they can build their lives. When selfishness shows itself, grant generosity. When mistrust is a temptation, give moral strength. When there's misunderstanding, give patience and gentleness. When suffering becomes a part of their lives, give them a strong faith and abiding love. Amen. Jonathan and Danellis, as much as you declared your willingness to end the state of marriage with each other, declare the same in the company of God and these witnesses, by the virtue of authority vested in me as ordained minister by the state of Florida. I pronounce you husband and wife, united in the pure and holy bonds of wedlock, where God has joined, let no one separate. Go forth in this life as husband and wife with the blessing of God. Be loving, patient, and kind, and above all, forgive one another as God has forgiven you. It's my pleasure to introduce you all for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Rosales, Jonathan and Bishop Brown.